Hi, hello guys, how are you all? Whether NEET UG serves as an effective level of identifying quality candidates for MBBS is a complex issue with strong arguments on both sides. Below, I evaluate NEET's role as a leveler, considering its design outcome and concerns raised in the context of Tamil Nadu's opposition, while incorporating data and reasoning to assess its accessibility to identify quality candidate defined as those with aptitude, knowledge, and potential to become competent actors. Arguments supporting NEET as a leveler for quality candidates. Standardized assessment. NEET provides a single uniform entrance exam for medical examination admissions across India, replacing a patchwork of government of a state institutional test that varied in rigor and fairness. This standardized theoretically ensures that all candidates are judged on the same criteria, regardless of their region, board, and socioeconomic background. The exam tests core subjects physics, chemistry, biology based on CBSE and CRT syllabus, which is intended to align with the national education standards. This could, in principle, identify candidates with a strong foundational knowledge necessary for MBBS. In 2023, NEET saw 20 lakh candidates compete for 1 lakh MBBS. The toppers like Prabhanjan J. F. Tamil Nadu scoring a perfect mark 72 of 70. Such high performance across diverse regions suggests NEET can identify academically exceptional candidates. Merit based selection. NEET ranking system aims to prioritize candidates with the highest score, theoretically ensuring the most academically capable students secure seats in the top medical colleges. For example, in 2025, the cutoff for general category was around 720 to 164, reflecting a high bar for entry. The exam's competitive nature pushes students to prepare rigorously, potentially fostering discipline and focus qualities valuable for medical studies. National access and mobility. NEET allows students to apply to medical colleges across states, breaking regional barriers. For instance, a student from Bihar can compete for a seat in Tamil Nadu or AIMS Delhi, fostering a national pool of talent. This mobility could ensure that a high potential candidates from undeserved areas access premier institutions, leveling the playing field for those who might have limited by state-specific exams. Reduction of corruption partially. Pre-NEET medical admissions were plagued by issues like capitation fees and backdoor entries in private colleges. NEET centralized counseling through MCC and state authorities has reduced some of these malpractices, ensuring the admissions are more transparent and based on exam ranks, at least in government colleges. Supreme Court 2016-17 ruling mandating NEET emphasized its role in curbing corruption, suggesting it creates a fairer system for identifying deserving candidates. சுப்ரீம் கோர்ட்டு தான் காரணமா அப்போ arguments again NEET as leveler for quality candidates. Bias towards CBSE and urban students. NEET syllabus is heavily aligned with the CBSE and CRT, which disadvantages students from state boards like Tamil Nadu, where curriculum emphasizes different topics or teaching styles. Justice A.K. Rajan Committee 2021 found that post-NEET rural student share in Tamil Nadu medical college dropped from 61% to 49.91%, while urban students share rose. The bias undermines NEET's ability to identify quality candidates from diverse educational backgrounds, as it rewards familiarity with a specific syllabus over broader aptitude and potential. Dependence on coaching industry. Rajan Committee reported that 99% of NEET selected candidates in Tamil Nadu had attended coaching, which cost 1 to 3 lakh annually and is often inaccessible to rural and low income students. This creates an uneven playing field where success in NEET correlates more with access to coaching than with inherent ability. Coaching center focuses on exam cracking strategies, example memorizing MCQs, which may not reflect the critical thinking, empathy, or practical skills needed for MBBS and medical practice. Thus, NEET might identify candidates who are good test takers rather than those best suited for medicine. Socioeconomic and linguistic barriers. NEET disproportionately disadvantages marginalized groups. Rajan Company noted that students from families earning less than 2.5 lakh annually saw their admission share fell from 41% pre-NEET to 36% post-NEET, while wealthier students' share increased. Although NEET is offered in 13 languages including Tamil, early implementation issues, example poor translation 2017, and the exams initially English Hindi dominance alienated non-English medium students. This limits NEET's ability to level the field for linguistically diverse candidates who may have strong potential but weaker language proficiency. High stakes format and mental health toll. NEET's single day high pressure format can disadvantage candidates who perform poorly under stress, even if they have aptitude for medicine. The Tamil Nadu has reported over a dozen NEET-related suicides since 2017, including Anita 2017 and a father's son duo in 2023, highlighting the exam's intense pressure. A quality candidate for MBBS should demonstrate resilience, but NEET's design may exclude capable students who buckle under its one-shot structure, favoring those with a better test better test taking nerves rather than medical potential, a limited assessment of holistic qualities. Needs MCQ based format test, factual recall, or speed, but does not evaluate critical thinking, communication, empathy, or ethical judgment qualities essential for doctors. Models like Christian Medical College Wales pre-NEET system, which included interviews and aptitude tests, were better at identifying well-rounded candidates. Rajan Committee argued that Class 12 board exam, which assists the students over years and across subjects, better reflects sustained effort and potential compared to NEET's snapshot evolution. Irregularities and inequities. NEET's credibility as a level has been undermined by controversies like 2024 paper leak in Bihar and the arbitrary awarding of grace marks to 1,500 candidates, which eroded trust in its fairness. Such incidents suggest that NEET selection process is not always meritocratic. Private colleges often admit students with a lower NEET ranks through management quotas, allowing wealthier candidates to bypass merit-based system. This undermines NEET's claim to level the field. Impact on healthcare outcome. A quality MBBS candidate should identically contribute to the society's healthcare needs, particularly in the undeserved areas. However, needs bias towards urban, affluent, and coached students may reduce the number of doctors from rural and marginalized communities who are more likely to serve in primary health centers. Tamil Nadu's pre-NEET system, based on a class 12 mark, produced doctors who met the state's healthcare demand effectively, suggesting that NEET's selection criteria may not align with the societal needs. Analysis. Does NEET identify quality candidates? Strengths. Needs standardized competitive nature and ensure a baseline academic rigor, identifying candidates with stronger subject knowledge and test taking skills. Its national scope promotes fairness by allowing talent to compete across regions. It has reduced some forms of corruption in admission. For urban, CBS, and well-resourced students, NEET is a leveler as it provides a clear merit and a pathway to merit-based pathway to top colleges. Weakness. Needs design favors specific group CBSE, urban, affluent, and coached students and fails to account for India's educational, socioeconomic, and linguistic diversity. This skews its ability to identify quality candidates from marginalized or state board backgrounds. The exam narrows focus on MCQs and its high-stake format do not access the holistic qualities needed for medicine, such as empathy, critical thinking, and resilience in practice. Its reliance on coaching undermines meritocracy, and irregularities like paper leaks further erode its credibility. By reducing the representation of rural and marginalized students, NEET may produce fewer doctors willing to serve in undeserved areas, potentially compromising healthcare quality. Comparison with alternatives. Tamil Nadu's pre-NEET system based on class 12 mark was more inclusive. இது Grok சொல்லுது, நம்ம Grok சொல்லுது. Tamil Nadu's pre-NEET system based on class 12 mark was more inclusive as it rewarded the sustained academic performance aligned with its state's syllabus and social context. The Rajan Committee's data showed a higher representation of rural 61% versus 49.9% and lower income students pre-NEET, suggesting it was better leveler for the state's diverse population. However, class 12th marks have their own plus as board exams vary in rigor and across states. For Tamil Nadu, the poemada as broad exam vary in rigor across states and marks can be inflated. A hybrid model combining board exams and state-specific aptitude test and interviews might better identify quality candidates while addressing regional needs. X sentiment. Post and X reflect polarized views. Some users argue NEET ensures merit and national standards, while others, especially from Tamil Nadu, claim it discriminates against state board and rural students, calling for its abolition. These sentiments underscore the ongoing debate about NEET's fairness. Conclusion. Is NEET a leveler for quality candidates? NEET to is a partial leveler for identifying quality MBBS candidates, succeeds in standardizing admission, promoting competition, and selecting academically strong students, particularly from urban and CBSE backgrounds. However, its bias towards coaching CBSE syllabus and affluent students, combined with its failure to assess holistic medical aptitude or accommodate India's diversity, limit its effectiveness as a true leveler. For states like Tamil Nadu, where rural and marginalized students face systematic disadvantages, NEET often tilts the playing field rather than leveling it. A more equitable system might integrate NEET standardized with the region-specific assessments such as weightage for board exam, aptitude test, or interviews to better identify candidates who are not only academically capable but also suited for India's diverse healthcare needs. Until such reforms are considered, NEET's claim to be a leveler remains contested, particularly in states with a unique educational and social context like Tamil Nadu. ஸோ தொடர்ந்து ஸ்ட்ரீமை முடித்துக்கொள்கிறேன். உங்களுக்கு வந்து ஸ்ட்ரீம் பிடிச்சிருக்குன்னு நம்புகிறேன். இன்னும் ஒரு நல்ல ஸ்ட்ரீம் சந்திக்கிறேன். யூ ஆல் பீஸ் அவுட்.